Hey, what's going on, guys? PG Thunders here, bringing you a Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 domination gameplay on the map Arcaden. Um, I'm gonna give you some quick tips on how to play on this map. First of all, this is my first gameplay commentary, so pardon me if I'm new to the thing. So I've been working on the quality of the videos, trying to make it as good as possible. Trying to do my best to make it the best for your viewing pleasure. I'm using the P90 here with the autumn cam. I think it looks really good. I'm going for the gold. So I pick up a guy there first. Now, this is the main central area, well, where I just was. And heading to C flag over here is a little risky because a lot of people tend to stay over here and camp. This is a big camping spot that I've noticed for a lot of people. So you want to try to be as careful as you can. I got killed there. So this area right here is also very good. Near the B flag, a lot of people are always going to be coming through this tunnel here, so you can always camp here if you're looking to camp. Very good little spot to camp. On this map, I would recommend using a submachine gun. An assault rifle would be, a decent choice, but if you're going to use a sniper, I wouldn't recommend that. I would also not recommend a light machine gun. I would go more for the a shotgun. Actually, wouldn't be a bad idea either. Something that kills quickly, because this is a map is going to be mostly close range. You don't have many spots unless you're far away from people to pick them off one by one. So it's a big deal when you're really trying to pick people off. So anyway, as I was saying. Um, it's very important in this map to, I wouldn't say, you have to kind of play a little campish on this map because it's very easy. You're going to run into a lot of people, a lot of close gunfights, so that's why I recommended some machine guns. So, if you're going to go by the C flag, I'd recommend staying near these stairs where I am right now and just trying to pick them off from there. And you got to be careful because people are always hiding around the corners, so I get killed all the time. And, this map is one of my personal favorites. I always do well here. If you know where by the A flag is, I usually stay over there and patrol and dominate that area near the A flag, so I'm able to pick people off from B, if you know what I'm talking about. Um, Near the posters of the women, if you go there, you can pretty much pick them off, which is pretty useful actually because of the fact that you can't really, people aren't gonna predict you very well. They can't really see you there, and you have dominance of the B and the A flag. Pretty good spot if and I'll show you guys that maybe this video or another video if you guys want to check that out. But anyway, back to what I was saying. I'm running the this is usually what I run all the time, the assault kill streaks. I run the Predator missile, the Reaper, and then I put a Pavlo on. I used to use the AC-130, and you might see that in a couple other of my future gameplays, but I stopped doing it because I've noticed that the AC-130 doesn't get as many kills, but I'm going to talk about that in a different video. The important thing is, once again, I'm going to talk about this map. I wouldn't recommend using the assault kill streaks on this map, which was a big mistake of mine. I'm going to try to use them less because this is a map that's very difficult for air support, I found, to use. So it's not going to be very easy for you to get kills with air support, because I've gotten a Reaper and I've only gotten like 2 or 3 kills per Reaper. It's very difficult for me to do that. And a Predator missile is, Predator missile is a little bit easier to hit with, but if you're trying to use an AC-130 or a Pavlo, it's going to be very difficult for you to do that. At least that's from what I've gotten. And this Predator missile, he's out in the open. I got lucky there. But usually they're hiding in a. There's some. This map is mostly based on buildings, hiding in buildings, and that's the problem that I've encountered because of the fact that people hide so much in these buildings. You can't kill them with air support. So, save yourselves the kills. I would either run the specialist perks or the support class, and I would recommend personally a support class. When I do that, I usually run a juggernaut. Much easier for me, at least, to be able to pick people off, especially in domination. If you're trying to get control of a flag, Juggernaut's the way to go. So anyway, yeah. So you can see I'm using the P90 here with the FMG9 Akimbo, which is a great. Oh my God, the secondary weapons. I'm gonna do a whole video on that, how those weapons are so good. But anyway, you have to understand that on this map, you really have to. I don't know how else to say. You have to get a shot. I would recommend using a silencer since the map is so small. I think I put it as a small map. You don't want to be seen on the map. You don't want to give them an opportunity to find out where you are, because this map is this map especially is based on how you move. Because this area right here where I am, people can be coming from left or right, and you're screwed if you don't. And I pick up the. So if you're where I am right now, you're very vulnerable to enemy fire. Like right there where I die, you have to be very careful about what you do and and what happens. It's very, very difficult to be able to control that. So anyway, as I was saying, I mean, this map is one of my personal favorites because of the fact that, I mean, I die a lot on this map, but I also get a lot of kills, and I think what's kept me from doing well is, I mean, believe it or not, the Reaper, because of the fact that I just end up not getting any kills with it. I once got a Pablo here a couple times, but it doesn't really get that many kills. So you got to be careful. People do camp a lot on this map, especially in this area right here. You're gonna find a ton of people near the A flag. This is, I think, I would say, this main central area where most people go. So if you're gonna go in this area, I would be very, very careful with what you do, because people come from all directions and expect to get killed if you're not a professional and you don't know what you're doing. I also would recommend a gun with extended mags. I'm not using that here, but if you're going to play on this map, you're going to be spraying down a lot of people, especially if you're in the area where I am, and I get flashes. So I would put extended mags, put a silencer on the weapon. Obviously that means double attachments. I don't think you really need that much range on this map. If you're going to use the range attachment, I wouldn't do that. I think it's unnecessary. That's more of a map like Village, where you're going to need that. So, now, those are some of the basics that I use to be successful on the map. I don't really put myself too much near the B flag, only if in the beginning of the game I start picking them off and I move more towards the central area. Sometimes you'll see me go towards the B flag. It really depends on where you're positioned and all that, but I'd say right where I'm pointing right now is a good area, and where I am standing right now are two of the main areas of the map. C flag's okay. Yeah, like I said before, you're going to find a lot of people there, but not nearly as much as these areas. But you want to be careful around this area because it's very difficult to pick people off. So I got another pred here, and yeah, I get killed. This is another decent area, but not too many people are gonna come here. This is a nice predator missile. And see, I just get killed again. I think it was a stealth bomber. I can't remember. It might have been a helicopter. But I mean, that's what happens to me. I mean, on this map, if you're gonna like, the one way you can do it is if you're getting a predator missile, yeah, it can go through the glass that's above my head. That's a way that you can get kills. I mean, that's pretty much the only way. I mean, I haven't been very successful with any of the missiles or Reapers or any of that stuff. So, I mean, even a chopper gunner, Osprey, wouldn't be very effective on this map compared to others. It really depends on, and obviously it also depends on who you're playing. But from what I've noticed in general, you're not going to get too much luck with that. So, yeah, I mean, I'm a domination player pretty much. This is the main game mode I play. I usually play ground war domination or ground war kill confirmed, or just domination in general. I tried team defender out. It's fun. It's pretty good. I like drop zone, but I died too much in that one because I think I go too much to the objective. I mean, that's a game where you're gonna die, and I'm gonna have a lot more content on that, and I'm definitely gonna tell you guys how that goes. But that's pretty much all I gotta say for that. I mean, this gameplay is pretty decent. I just thought I'd put it out there for you guys just to give some entertainment. Yeah, up here is another area I was talking about. If you look to my, these rocks are a good place to hide. Like right here, I'd recommend that if you're trying to pick people off. You know they're coming. I mean, there's so many. The good thing about this map is there's so many central areas, but there's so many good places where you can hide where other people don't. That's what I like about it. I mean, a lot of people control some of the spots. There are many unknown spots in this map, I would say. But if you're out in the open, you're screwed with air support, because if someone sees you, they're going to go right for you. They're not going to think twice. So you better, I mean, if there's a helicopter in the air, obviously you're going to hide. That's why this map, like a map like Village, is very, very bad for air support. I mean, you're going to get killed and killed and killed. I think there's a couple, only two. That cave is probably the only place you can hide. But yeah, this is my favorite weapon probably to use in this map. Maybe the MP7 suppressed. That's probably one of my favorite weapons. I wouldn't use an ACR weapon on this, or a Type 95. I would definitely not go there. That's I would not recommend that, because that weapon you have to be able to jerk it back quickly and react quickly and get a quick shot kills, and I don't think that that's going to be appropriate weapon for this map. And here again, their pred. You could see how difficult it is to get the kills. I mean, I got a nice kill there, but I mean, it's very difficult to, you kind of like last second. There have been times where I've used the predator missile and it doesn't even show the enemies, and I end up just completely missing. That happens a lot. But if I were you, I'd run the support, maybe an advanced UAV. I would run then the stealth bomber, which, I mean, you could probably kill a couple people depending. If they're on C flag, you're all good. And then I would probably use last the Juggernaut. That's probably my, I wouldn't use the what do you call it? Osprey gunner, the escort airdrop. I would definitely not use that. And here I got a Reaper. Nice little, and this is a good example of how bad how tough it is to kill people on this map. And yeah, it's very difficult because you can barely see anyone, and they're all hiding in the buildings, and it's such a dark map. Very difficult for me to see people on this map, because I can't really tell if they're in the building or not, and it's very... I thought it was tough, and the game's about to end, come to a close. But anyway, I mean, that's pretty much what I gotta say for the map. I mean, this is a terrible Reaper. All that hard.